Deep mulch for different soil types. Sand, silt, clay, loam. It's all good. You add deep mulch, it's even better. Well, we had a viewer write in and say they just tried this deep mulch method. They have heavy clay. They didn't think it was going to work. So you got to remember, this is a long game. This doesn't happen overnight. And on your first year, there's just transition. Depending on what kind of compaction you have, it may take a little while. You got to get that life in there, and you got to give them a chance to do their thing. This is what my heavy clay looked like when I first started. So I think what we want to do is talk about soil first. So the dirt that makes up the earth is comprised of rocks of different sizes. It's either sand, silt, or clay, or pebbles, or boulders, but it's all the mineral elements that make up the crust of the earth. That's what we're working with. Once you get life in there, that life makes enzymes, which pulls those minerals out of those rock particles and makes them plant available. And that's what we're trying to mimic here. Now, if you don't have any life in your soil, and it's really heavy clay, it's got some compaction in it, I mean, how do they make bricks? They put water with clay, set it in the sun, or heat it, then water can't penetrate it at all, and there has to be water movement, otherwise that bacteria and fungus can't move around in there. That's where the bigger critters, your earthworms, hate to say it, your moles and voles, keeps that nice and loose, lets the water permeate, flow through, lets that life move. Then they congregate around the roots, right there at the root zone, and that's where all the magic happens. That first year or so, all you're doing is improving, and it's gonna get better. I spent the morning helping the neighbor rake their leaves. They said I could have them. This is pure gold to me. Now, I think sand is probably the hardest thing to try to grow in. If you've ever been at the beach and you watch the waves come up, that water comes up, goes right down through. It's very, very porous. I think it would be pretty difficult to grow in that. It's been a while ago, but I did read an article where they were trying to produce agricultural crops in a very sandy country. What they wound up doing was injecting that sand with a liquid clay kind of in the areas they were planting. And it gave it some structure. It also gave it something for the life to start breaking down. So out of the 3 different sizes of rocks that make up the dirt, that makes up the soil, that makes up your garden, if I had to choose, sand would not be at the top of my list. But I also think if all you had was clay, that might be a tough one also. So anytime you can have a mixture, you're going to be better off. And regardless, we're just putting that mulch on top. We're going to let that life help us out. Doesn't matter what kind of soil we start with, what kind of dirt we start with. And since we're playing a long game, give it a few minutes. You don't like the results? You can always do what another one of our viewers suggested, till that junk in. Of course, they'd never done a no-till garden. Did I tell you how I started doing this? First time I ever did this, I wasn't sure if this was going to work, and I get what everybody's saying. There really wasn't a whole lot of information out there about this. And it said spread your mulch, plant your mulch. So my first year, I had no idea. I got in the mulch, and I kind of moved it out of the way, and I put my plant there. And I was thinking, this really doesn't have a whole lot of structure to it. And yeah, those first plants didn't make it. Shortly after everything I planted that way shriveled up, I did learn that you dig down the soil, you plant in soil like normal. I like to dig furrows if I'm going to plant seeds. That takes it right down the soil, makes a nice long row. You can plant a couple on each side if you do it pitchforks width, but that way you're also stirring your mulch together and mixing it up. Using mulch to improve the soil is not a new phenomenon, although we're relearning it. Is there any specific kind of mulch for a specific kind of soil? I'm sure somebody's running those tests right now, but I think the principle is the same. The rock particles of sand, silt, and clay contain all the nutrients and minerals that your plants need to be healthy. And to access those, you need to have the life. And to promote the life, we just put organic on top, just like in the forest. And I'd hate to find out there was some specific thing I was supposed to do for my soil type and then not be able to find it. So far, mixing anything I can get my hands on seems to work pretty well. This entire garden started off being orange, sandy clay. And it was packed just as hard as it could be. This used to be an old horse corral. And those horses used to just run and pack that down. Just by adding this mulch, see what we got going on underneath here. I'm also going to take these broken down wood chips, kind of raising up the front end where we're going to put that frame. And there's enough plastic on this that'll be able to cover that if it gets cold. When you pull that mulch back, look at that soil. I mean, I can dig down in there my entire hand, and that's just pulling that back. And that's good and moist. That first year, this orange clay, it looked like soupy concrete. You got to give it a little time. And in a little while, if you don't like your results, till it all up, start again. But here's this deal, you till it up, first rain you get, turns into a sloggy mess, sun hits it, turns back into a brick. This method, if you give it a chance, I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to be very happy with your results. And really, the hardest work you're ever going to have to do is harvest. So that's perfect. When we pull the plastic over, it'll cover all of this. We could also use that to harden off some of the younger stuff as it gets warmer. But the forecast says we got a chance of snow this month, so I can't get too ahead of myself. So let's go ahead and finish putting some of these leaves down. Now, I really don't think there is a kind of mulch for a kind of soil. I think you just spread it out 4 inches thicker. You're going to be happy with your results. And I'm starting to add some hay because I'm starting to run low on leaves. But that's how we really came up with this mixed mulch. Truly, the hardest work you're ever going to do is harvest. This, I'm just spreading it out. Gathering it up, that didn't happen in the garden, and that work was going to happen no matter what. Whether it went to the landfill or I recycled it in here to bring life to my soil. You can do this too. Here's the other thing, in our gardens, we like to plant what we like to eat. And those plants could have originated any corner of the world. Their conditions, we may not even be able to come close to matching those conditions. But for some reason, by putting the deep mulch, I've not found anything I can't really plant next to another plant. The more life we have in the soil supports the more roots. The more roots we have in the soil supports the more life. It's a vicious cycle. So the more we plant, the better our garden gets if you have a layer of organic matter on top. That's what I found anyhow. But like I keep saying, I'm not going to tell another person how to garden. I'm just showing you what I do. We should be good to go. I think I'm going to whittle on this bale a little bit, get a little bit more of this hay moved out, take advantage of this wonderful afternoon. It's still just the 2nd of February. Forecast says we're going to get snow by the middle of the month. I think we're still going to be in good shape to plant potatoes at the end of the month. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.